Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Fidah Istifadah. I'm from class TBI 3B. Alright, I'm here. I want to talk about my podcast that titled The Comparison of the Education Curriculum in England and the Education Curriculum in Indonesia. A striking comparison between the education system in Indonesia and the education system in England. The education system in England applies a pre-schematic pattern, which means it focuses more on practice than theory and has fewer subjects, so students can focus more. Meanwhile, in Indonesia applying the broad schematic pattern, which is the opposite of the pre-schematic pattern. The broad schematic pattern has a large number of subjects by providing material that is overloaded and usually must be mastered in its entirety by each student. This clearly has implications for forcing education on students, so that makes students depressed and lazy to go to school. Other problems arise in the implementation of the education system in Indonesia, namely more emphasis on theory than practice and more emphasis on cognitive aspects. This is what causes the education system in Indonesia to be left behind by developed countries. Some education observers, Muhammad Abdul Zain in 2020, for example, think that education in Indonesia is bureaucratic. If the system is still running, it will produce graduates who are less qualified. Broad schematic patterns burden students like robots. Indonesia should be able to reflect on the developed countries. In the 21st century learning, the education system in Indonesia must recognize the idea of an education system in developed countries so that the existence of education in Indonesia is not left behind. Therefore, there is a need for teacher training to understand the curriculum applied in Indonesia. With this, it is hoped that it can improve and cover the weakness of the education system in Indonesia. In order to improve the education system in Indonesia, it must imitate and reflect little on the education system in England, so that in Indonesia can place more emphasis on practice than theory, and for the better if cognitive, affective, and psychomotor are given in a balanced way. The curriculum is the thing that underlies the change, so care must be taken in determining the curriculum. When the curriculum has not gone well, it is necessary to investigate this matter, what makes it so. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.